Welcome, Virgo. At Astrologically, we believe the planets do not predict your future. They reveal your true potential. And you, grounded yet gifted Virgo, are stepping into a divine season of restoration. The years you thought were lost, to struggle, to silence, to self-sacrifice, are not gone. They've been stored, held, protected. And now, God is catching up your lost years. The seeds you planted in faith, the efforts that went unseen, the care you gave without reciprocity. It's all returning, not as a repeat of the past, but as divine reward. This is your harvest. This is your return. Virgo, your life has often been about responsibility. You've carried more than most. For many of you, your healing journey wasn't a choice. It was a necessity. You've picked up the pieces that others dropped. You've played roles you weren't ready for. You've done what needed to be done while your own dreams were put on pause. But the universe hasn't forgotten. Your silent sacrifices are echoing in the heavens now, and the response is this: now it's your time. You may have felt like life passed you by, like everyone else was moving ahead, while you stood still. But what looked like delay was actually divine development. You weren't being overlooked. You were being prepared. Your inner strength, your emotional intelligence, your ability to see what others miss, those are your spiritual tools. And now the time has come to use them in ways that finally benefit you. In love, Virgo, you've known what it's like to give more than you receive, to analyze, adapt, and overfunction just to hold a connection together. Some of you were the healers in relationships with people who didn't want to be healed. Others stayed far too long, hoping your consistency would change what was unchangeable. But now, Spirit is saying, you don't have to fix anymore. You're allowed to receive. You're allowed to be loved without labor. For singles, a new love is aligning, one rooted in maturity, emotional safety, and mutual growth. For those in relationships, a divine test is taking place. Can this person rise with you? Or are they holding onto an outdated version of who you used to be? Don't be afraid of the truth. It will set you free, either deeper into love or into the space to receive a better one. Either way, you're being led into relationships that honor your heart. In career and purpose, you've long been the quiet builder, the behind-the-scenes force that held everything together. But now, you're being invited to the front. The spotlight may not feel natural, but it is necessary. You're no longer meant to hide your brilliance under modesty. Your gifts, your voice, your ideas, your structure are meant to be seen. That book you've been meaning to write, the business idea, the leadership role, don't delay it. You are ready. The world is ready for what only you can offer. Some of you are changing paths completely. Spirit is redirecting your career into something more aligned with your soul. If it feels uncertain, lean into it. What's unfolding may not match your old plan, but it perfectly matches your higher purpose. Opportunities are coming that will feel like divine placement, because they are. You'll find yourself in rooms you once prayed for, speaking words you once doubted, doing work that fills you instead of draining you. This is your elevation season. Financially, things are stabilizing. You're entering a season of wisdom-based wealth. You're no longer spending from survival, you're building from intention. Financial blessings are coming, back pay, approvals, surprises, or slow and steady increase. Whatever form it takes, know this: your money is being redeemed. The years you struggled, they taught you how to manage wisely. And now, God is giving you more, not to test you, but to bless you. Spiritually, Virgo, you've always had a deep connection to truth, even if you doubted it. You feel things before they happen. You notice patterns others miss. You carry a sacred discernment that's often mistaken for overthinking. But now, that gift is being sharpened. You're becoming more intuitive, more aligned, more connected to divine timing than ever before. Trust those nudges. Trust your body. Trust the dreams, the signs, the synchronicities. You're not crazy, you're connected. This is a time for reflection and realignment. You may feel the urge to disconnect, to retreat into solitude, not because you're isolating, but because your spirit is upgrading. Allow yourself space to process what's leaving and what's arriving. You're not the same person you were a year ago, and that's a good thing. You've grown. You've healed. You've awakened. Now, your environment must reflect that. Emotions may run high. You might feel grief for the time that feels lost. But Spirit wants you to know nothing is wasted. Even your detours had purpose. Even your delays held divine instruction. Every no you heard was a cosmic not yet. Every door that closed pushed you toward one that only you could walk through. And that door is now opening. Say this to yourself. God is catching up my lost years. What was delayed is now being delivered. What was withheld is now being released. Let it sink in. Let it become your knowing. You don't have to hustle for what's already written. You just have to stay aligned and allow. You'll notice old habits falling away. You'll stop pleasing people who never clapped for you. You'll stop accepting crumbs when you were always meant for feasts. This isn't ego, it's self-respect. Your standards are shifting because your spirit has outgrown survival mode. Now, you're choosing peace over performance, alignment over approval, truth over tradition. This is a breakthrough moment for you, Virgo. Not loud or chaotic, but deep and divine. A calm, holy shift. A restoration that feels like a quiet return to your true self. You're stepping into what was always yours, but now you're finally ready to receive it. The timing is perfect. The soil is ready and the blessing is ripe. The years the locusts ate, they are being returned to you. The time you lost in fear, confusion, burnout, or heartbreak, it's being renewed in the form of clarity, purpose, abundance, and joy. You will look back and say, it wasn't the end. It was the setup. God is not just giving you back what you lost. He's giving you back more. Prepare for divine reversal, divine compensation, divine alignment. This is your appointed time. You are not behind. You are right on time.